How's it going, YouTube? Welcome to the Cosmic Ray channel. I am your host, Cosmic Ray. Cosmic Surfers, hope you guys are doing well through this trying times of life regarding, coronavirus and this thing has been befallen on us, if you will. And I know when it comes to, others not to touch anyone or be close to anyone. And don't get me wrong, this thing is definitely a little bit more so than what other people feel. Regards to it being dangerous for obviously elderly people or anyone who has harsh immune systems. So I know what I'm about to say maybe kind of not necessarily not trying to joke around, but it's a little bit different. But I touched someone who I didn't know. I have want to call it a cosmic ray experience I wanted to share. And I know this is something similar, like another story I had mentioned beforehand. However, this is a little different. But you'll probably kind of see the similarities of what I had mentioned before about like a particular guest. So today, being March 17th, I know it's supposed to be St. Patty's Day, and happy St. Patty's Day for those of you who do celebrate. Now for myself, I was stuck at work, and it was very busy, as you can imagine how everyone is getting prepped up because certain cities or areas that you may live in are getting quarantined. And nothing has been mentioned specifically for my town, but just more of along the lines of kind of respecting somewhat of a like 9 p.m. curfew, pretty much that they're trying to do now for most jobs. And I wanted to say that while I was doing a particular experience, with the guest, they were they're asking, they had like a lot of questions for just trying to just pay their stuff. And while I was doing something on a screen in front of them, and sorry not to get too in details of what I do, I'm sure you guys probably know, but I was entering something into a computer system, and they noticed, of course, on my wrist I have my spiritual gear on. So I have like this bracelet that kind of goes well with something that I mentioned before about this has lava rocks and has like the 7 chakras, and like these lava rocks go around the 7 chakras, and it was kind of like in a set, and I wanted this lapis that has some lapis, and I happen to wear that one, and as well as my green aventurine. And so as I was doing something, I was touching the screen, boop, 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 and this guest was like, "Oh, I love that. Where'd you get that?" And she's like, "Oh, look what I have," and she tried to show me hers, and she goes, "Oh, this is like it's tourmaline," and I was like, "Oh, wow, it's amazing." And, like I know what that is, and that's definitely works really well against a lot of negative energy. I mean, it does a lot of stuff, but like one of them is to like negative, emotions negative. Like aura is negative, entities negative, like just in general negative energy, to kind of dispel that. And it does a lot of other things too, but just in general. So, so I mentioned that to her. She's like, yes, like, no, you're right. And like, oh yeah, it works very well for that. And then I was walking away, kind of thing, just doing my own stuff. So I left, and I was like, maybe this is one of those moments. Just maybe this is one of those moments. Like, don't get me wrong. The thing that I was wearing on my wrist, with the lapis, like, I love that thing, especially when it comes to matching stuff. But obviously that's not what it's about, right? And something inside me, I just through the midst of just all the craziness that's going on, people just buying things, of things not being there, and all the emotions are high, and everything's just I don't know. It just seems like, man, just stop working in retail is already crazy enough. Just imagine what it's like when things are, bare minimum or bare necessity, and the world is changing, and there's all this other stuff to worry about. It's kind of just like a kind of calm down, just center myself. And I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time. So I went over to the guest. I was like, Miss, would you like this? And she's like, huh? Like, what? Like, no. And I was like, no, ma'am, please take this. I'm like, this has worked for me through my spiritual journey of life, and I hope that this works very well for you, in your path, into your own spiritual journey. And her face just lit up. It was just like, just so bright, like, oh, like no way, like I can't believe it was like Christmas for her, right? Like she won the lottery. And I don't get to see that in adults, as much. Kids, that's another thing. You can give kids sometimes a box, to play with, and they'll be, happy. Um, but in an adult, it's different. Now, I wasn't obviously trying to like, force a reaction out of her or anything like that. It's just something just clicked. Something was just like, just do it, man. Just do it. You've held on to this for quite some time, and it's okay just to let it go. So I like went over to her and said my piece, which I just told you, and then when I said that to her, she was like she was about to cry. Like she was literally about to cry, and she was just like I don't even know what to say. She's like, thank you so much. Like, I just want to give you, first I was like, I hope, I'm doing this, namaskar. I was like, hey, I hope, you find, peace in your spiritual journey. I hope this aids you as, as it did for me, so, no worries. And did that. She did the same. And she was like about to cry. She's like, I just want to give you a hug. I was like, bring it in. I was like, bring it in. And now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying go around hug strangers and whatnot, because you don't know what happened. Because everywhere I go, people got the mask on, which is totally okay. I had to wear gloves, at my work. But it didn't matter. Like, it was one of those moments where connections of life, just kind of in the midst of having so much stuff of like worrying about like, oh, get away from me, germs, germs, germs. There's more of something like this openness and to be able to share and to be able to ignite something else for other people to see. And because don't get me wrong, everyone's wearing masks, everyone's got gloves, everyone's got something on, which is like I said, just totally fine. But just paint you the picture where I'm at. A lot of people looked because let's just say the attention was on us. Yeah, but it's fair to say the attention was on us. A lot of people were looking, and I just gave her a hug because we were talking kind of loud. And then I gave her this big hug. She gave me this big hug, I was like, find peace, kind of thing. And everyone was looking at us like, no way you just hug someone. Like, aren't you afraid of this? Aren't you afraid of that? And no, no, I wasn't. And it was this thing I just felt inside. Like, it just felt right to do, and it's not like, like I said, it's not like you don't hug someone or you can't hug someone, but then again, you don't have to feel, I don't want you to say like, oh, you should hug everyone and whatnot, and go against the grain or go against what everyone's saying about the virus and whatnot, or to catch it, because obviously you want to be safe, right? That's just the end all be all. You just want to be safe. So kind of want to throw it out there, but it's just one of those things where just something felt right, something just felt like just to do it. And then other people were looking like, hey, well, what happened? Like, what happened? I was like, don't worry about it. It's all good. We're good. And, and that was really it. And it was just one of those things where, I know that it changed something in her, because when she was done with her transaction, she looked back and I was like, you have a good day, and then she said, you as well. And something changed in me, something just sparked something, and not just saying like, oh, well, doing something good will always makes you feel good. So hence, makes your heart rate up. It makes you feel like you're walking on clouds or something. It wasn't that. I wasn't trying to get that out of myself. I wasn't trying to look good for other people. It was just something just clicked. Something in my heart was just in my mind was just like, just do it, man. Just do it. So like I gave like the last part of my bracelet, that I had, for this like 3 piece like set type of thing. And this thing I really truly admired, and like I said, it did help me with my spiritual journey and my spiritual path. And if that can help along someone else as well, like that, it is more like it's like a sense of feeling that can move mountains, kind of thing. Just something that just, it doesn't matter like what's going on in the world, like it's just that moment of life, just that moment just felt right, felt great, and it felt like it was the thing to do. It felt right. And I know, and for her, it kind of changed something in her. Maybe for her, I mean, it could be anything. I don't want to throw out my opinions of what it could make her feel, because it could have made her feel anything. But she did look like she felt, something changed. It looked like her like attitude, maybe changed as well. Same with mine. Um, so, Cosmic Surfers, as always, you may not see me doing too much content because, of course, like always, I'm just like you. I have, normal things of everyday life, trials and tribulations to go through. So, I always like to do my videos on things I'm guided, to share, for all for all purposes. So just want to say with much love, to you, for everyone, hope you all being safe during these times, do what you got to do, to be safe, show love and compassion, when you can. And as always, Cosmic Surfers, stay cosmic. And, I'll definitely, keep in touch with you, and as well as my videos as when I felt, the time is ready. So thank you so much for those of you, who have subscribed, and those of you who have been, tuning in. Much love, to you all. And I know I always like to do like shout outs, to my videos, but I will get more into the shout outs, and probably my next couple of videos. Just want to kind of have some time, between from what I'm doing currently, to shoot for what I'm sharing. So I'll definitely send those out to you. But I just feel like with this particular video, I just want to kind of just keep it short, enough. So, Cosmic Surfers, thank you for your time as always. Stay cosmic. Keep riding those karmic and cosmic waves of life. And as I always say, if those waves, weren't really waves and it wasn't bumpy, how much of a ride would it have been? How much fun would it be? And of course, as all things, can be negative, we have to try to find that light and that positivity of life, to dig ourselves back up, from that crash of the waves, so we can get back up and start anew. So, good night, my friends, and peace be with you. Thank you.